Hey guys, thanks for joining me. This is Angie at ChicnScratch. This is what we're making today, and this is day 12 of the 12 days of Christmas. So this is our final project. It is a squeeze top gift box, just like that, and it will hold some candy in there. It will hold almonds, pack of gum. It will also hold a gift card perfectly, and you have a little extra room to add some candy in there as well. Okay, so let me give you the measurements. We've got Pool Party cardstock that measures 8.5 by 6. We've got Cherry Cobbler, a quarter sheet, which is 5.5 by 4.25. Whisper White, a quarter sheet as well. And then we've got 2 pieces of the Let It Snow Designer Series paper. This measures 3 3/4 by 3 3/4, and this measures 3 3/4 by 7/8. We're using 2 stamp sets, Birds of a Feather and Itty Bitty Christmas. And let's get started. So I'm going to take the Pool Party cardstock and I'm going to place it on the Simply Scored scoring tool. And I'm placing it on the 8.5 inch side, which I like to call that the landscape side. And I'm going to score it at 4 and 8. And then I'm going to turn it on the portrait side and I'm going to score it at 1 and 5. Now, take your 1/2 inch strip here, keep it on the right, but flip it over. And on your Simply Scored, you're going to score at the 2 inch mark, just to that 1 inch score line. Okay? And then on the 6 inch, you're going to score just to that score line. This is the bottom of our box. Okay? Now we're going to take the Stampin' mat. We're going to place this on top. We're going to use a ruler and our stylus, the small tip end of the stylus, and we are going to score from this corner to this, from this corner to this, and then the same thing on this block, okay? So I'm going to line up my ruler in that corner right there, and then down here. So I'm just, and then now here. And over on my website, there will be a box template that you can print. It's also included in the instruction sheet for day 12. So you'll have 2 different PDFs you can print. Same thing over here on this side. So I'm just going to line up the ruler with this corner and this tip and score. And then the same thing on this side. Okay. Now, let's fold on the score lines. We're going to use our bone folder to burnish it. I'm so happy that I completed all 12 days this year. Last year I got sick and was in the hospital for a week and I didn't get to do my 12-day series. So I'm so excited that I pulled it off this year. Okay, so I'm just going to fold on those extra score lines that we made, and I'm being a little gentle. Don't be intimidated by this box. It really is super simple to make. It just has some extra steps. Whoops, as I almost crush it. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now let's cut. So I'm going to place this 1/2 inch strip back over here on the right, and we are going to remove this section here and then angle cut, and then remove this section and angle cut. So you're not going to cut any more at the top of the box, but down here at the bottom you're going to cut on all 3 of these score lines. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, now we're going to put our tear and tape right here on this edge. Okay, so we're going to set this aside now because we need to cut this paper. So this piece here is going to go up there. Let me show you this. So this is going to go like that. Since this is the seam, that's the back of our box. Okay, so this is going to go up top like that, and now we want to cut this one with our trimmer. So I'm going to get the trimmer. I'm going to make sure my lines are vertical because they're vertical on this. And then I'm going to fold this in half and just give it a little squeeze right there at the very top. That's it, okay? Just right there. We just want a tip. And then I'm going to place that tip and this tip on the track to cut. So that's right there and right here. And cut. Now that's one side. Now to get this to line up perfectly, you just want to flip this over and do the same thing. So line that up with the track and that, and then we're going to cut, okay? And this is all 3 of the pieces that you're going to need. So I'll show you that. So slide this over, and this is going to go here. This is going to go over here, and this is going to go here. So now we can get out our glue and we can go ahead and add the paper. So I'm going to use my silicone mat so that I don't get glue everywhere. Now I normally add the designer series paper after I've assembled a box, but for this project it's easier to add the paper first, okay? And I want to make sure that my lines are lined up, so that's why I left those pieces over there. So I'm just going to place this at the top and slide it to exactly where I want it. Okay, now we'll do this one. Whoops. Oops. Okay, so I made this project live over on Facebook, and I was telling everyone that this would be a really cute Valentine project, so you're probably going to see this again next month. This stamp set, Birds of a Feather, actually has a rooster with a heart, so it's the perfect image to use for Valentine's Day. But that that stamp set is in the holiday catalog, and our other Valentine product is in our new mini catalog that launches in January. Okay. Okay, so now we're ready to remove the backing to the tearing tape. Tear and tape and assemble the box. So I'm just going to fold that over just like that and then fold this over, okay? Now what we're going to do is, see, it's a self-closing box, a squeeze top gift box. And so what I'm going to do is fold these 2 sides in, and these 2 are going to need adhesive. That's how it's going to work, okay? So I want to get my tear and tape and put a strip here and a strip here. And you are going to need your bone folder because we're going to need to push on the bottom of this, of the inside of the box, to make the adhesive stick. You know what I forgot to mention this morning, also I'm going to be having multiple days of giveaways on my website during the Christmas week. So make sure you visit my blog. I won't be doing the videos since we'll be celebrating Christmas, but I will be having some activity over on my blog. So be sure to head over there. Okay, so I'm going to remove the backing to this one first. Is that right? Yeah. Okay, so fold those in and then fold this over like that. And remember what I said about taking your bone folder and pressing on the inside, because you want that to, actually it looks like it's stuck. So, but we will use it on this one because we really want to make sure that it sticks really well. fold it over, and then now turn it over, and we're going to squeeze this open and then press. Okay, there we go. So here's our box. See, there's the bottom. Here it is. Squeeze top gift box. Pretty cute, right? Okay, so now let's go ahead and stamp. I'm using cherry cobbler and memento. I'm going to stamp the bird first with the memento. I want to make sure I stamp her high enough so that we can cut her out. And then I'm going to use the cherry cobbler to stamp the greeting. I always like to stamp this one twice, just in case I accidentally smear it when I go to cut it out. Okay, we're using 2 Stampin' Blend markers, dark cherry cobbler and light pool party. We'll start with the dark cherry cobbler for his hat. And then light pool party. Okay, so now we're going to take our dies. So we're going to cut out a scallop circle with that one and a stitch circle with this one. So I'm going to get the big shot. So we're going to start with the cherry cobbler scallop circle. Run that through. And next we're going to cut out the bird. Brooke and the birds are home for Christmas break, so I thought this was fitting to have a bird project today. Okay, we're going to take the classic label punch and we're going to cut out the greeting. And then we're going to cut out a cherry cobbler piece. Okay, I'm going to take my dies and put them back in their pocket. Okay, so now we're going to take the greeting and we're going to snip off a little bit on the right and the left. And then we're going to take that piece and we're going to add it to this cherry cobbler layer. Okay, so I'm just going to use my liquid glue. Not too much on this layer. Otherwise it'll come out the sides, right? Okay, so there's that. And then we'll turn this over and add some liquid glue as well. She's so cute, or he or it. It's so cute, right? We're going to take one of these star element. The name will be on the screen, right? And on the instruction sheet. Okay, so I'm trying to line up that star with the string on the star. There we go. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to turn that over and put a couple dimensionals. And then I'm going to put one of the mini dimensionals on the back of the greeting, right in the middle. Okay, let's get our box. Okay, so it's going to go right there. And then we're going to add the greeting. And we have one more step. We want to get our ribbon. And so that is the cherry cobbler diagonal striped ribbon. And I'm just going to tie a bow And then once I get the bow tied, we'll add it to the front using a mini glue dot. Now this ribbon, I just love this ribbon. It's so beautiful. And I like making it poofy on the sides. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so I'm just going to trim the ends and get my glue dot. Okay, so one glue dot should do it. And then we're just going to add it over here. Now you could add your ribbon up top up here and add your greeting as well. But when you go to open it, it could pop off. So I really like adding it down here. Okay, so that wraps up my 12 days of Christmas. You guys have been wonderful. Thank you so much. And I really look forward to showing you some Valentine projects next. So have a great day. Happy holidays. Bye.